Hi, it's Cynthia and Teresa back for Thursdays with Culture Talk, and we're talking culture. And culture, right? It's a funny word. Sometimes people think about culture and it seems confusing. It seems too vast or too big in an organization to get your arms around. Or sometimes when people talk about culture, what they have in their mind is kind of like, rah, rah, we've got this great culture, we have this great culture experience. But when Teresa and I and our partner community are talking about culture, we're actually talking about something much deeper than that. We're talking about a set of shared human experiences that we can actually measure and we can shape with intention. So Teresa and I have been doing this work for quite a few years, and some of the ways, like some of the really tangible business um, challenges that we have worked with as it relates to somebody's culture, are things like helping a company develop a really authentic brand, not an outside in kind of brand, but a kind of brand that emerges out of understanding at a deeper level, who are we, what are we all about, what's our purpose, and how do we tell that story. That would be one example of culture work that you could do at a deeper level with architects.
Yeah. One of the things that occurs to me is there's all this conversation about how we need to develop soft skills for our people. It's one of the critical, markers of success and understanding whether, your employees have what it takes to drive business forward in 2021. So one of the key things that I think about is the soft skills that we need are hard to develop, but this work with culture gets right into the nitty gritty of those soft skills. So when you think about business challenges like integrating two cultures in a merger and acquisition situation, the part that's hard is bringing the people together, understanding where are those soft skills and how do we tap into the right people with the right skill sets. One great example of a company that we worked with is somebody who grew through acquisition, and they got so tuned into their culture, who they were, what was important in that culture, how to talk about themselves, and then how to communicate what's important to new people who were being, incorporated and brought into the fold. And their success was, just radiated because each time they brought in a new organization, they grew, they were able to increase the success and ultimately be acquired themselves at quite a high multiple. So it was a very big success story, and it started with understanding their culture. And another story that I love to share is the one of a trucking company that grew from 150 to 450 trucks because, unlike their competitors in the industry, they didn't struggle with a recruiting challenge. They were so clear on who they were and who made a good match to come into their company and how to communicate and work with those people within that culture, that they were able to retain staff when everybody else was struggling to even find or bring people on board. So another great business outcome, that just really directly impacts the bottom line because they began with that inside out approach of really focusing on their culture. So not airy fairy at all.
No, and employees feel the difference. They
Yeah.
really do. So just a couple quick examples of why culture matters and how you can translate culture into a tangible asset and strategy. That's it for now. We'll see you again next week.
Have a great week.